This is you. You're a fierce, very skilled warrior who has been training for years. You're fighting on a mountain, and to win the battle, you must reach the top. One night, after a difficult and brutal fight, your mates invite you to drink all night and play games and mess around. Due to this, the next morning, you miss your guard shift and are attacked by the opposition. You and your men are hungover now and have no choice but to retreat down the mountain. The opposition now has a strategic advantage over you and takes back control of the entire mountain. Leonidas! Leonidas is a true Spartan. He never forgets his purpose, he has a strong mentality, and is one of the most disciplined warriors in the entire army. After hearing of your defeat, he and his army quickly come to help you. Countless days pass, many restless nights, but despite all the victories to the top of the mountain, Leonidas and his men have a complete understanding that the job is not done. Soon he and his army conquered the entire mountain and claimed victory. Everyone's celebrating, you reflect on what had gone wrong. You regret your decision and you wish you had never spent that night so irresponsibly. Now, you may not actually be a fierce warrior fighting for your life, but you are developing good habits. And if you're someone like me who's trying to put in the work every single day into this side business, trying to improve their life, going to the gym every single day, it may seem like you are fighting an uphill battle. I promise you that if you watch this video from beginning to end and practice what I teach, you will learn how to vanquish all your bad habits and replace them with good ones. And you will learn to not even ever want to indulge in them again. Now, in order to give you the most value possible, I've gone ahead and placed a full Notion actionable guide in the description for you. Now, this is an actionable guide, and this is meant for you to fill out and follow along as you watch the video, because I don't want this video to become something that you watch and then never take action. We don't want to waste our time doing that. There will be a time when you lose the no-fap streak, the no video game streak. You stop going to the gym for a month or two just because you decided to indulge in a habit that you worked so hard to get rid of. Whether this has happened to you already or not, it will happen at least once in your lifetime. It happens to everyone. I'm here to tell you that at the end of all of it, you are going to regret that you even indulged in the first place. Much like that first Spartan warrior, Leonidas, and really all the real Spartans never let this happen to them. They always have the end goal in mind, and they stop at nothing to get what they want. Imagine what your life could become like if you would not get distracted by all these degenerate things in your life. And this is what the Spartans did. They focused really hard on what they wanted to achieve and why they were doing it. And they were able to achieve almost every single thing they wanted. Now let's get into it. Step 1, remind yourself what your goals are. The Spartans never lost sight of what they wanted to achieve. They always had a goal in mind, and this is what led them to success. This is what kept them away from all the distractions, because if this goal was not met, they would literally not do anything else. Now, if you're someone who just lost their no-fap streak or spent the entire day or week playing video games, what do you do now? Do exactly what the Spartans did. Now, in the template, remind yourself what your goals are. And if you don't have any goals, come up with some. And in addition to that, ask yourself and write down why these are your goals, why you want to achieve these goals. For example, your goal might be to knock out this bad habit of playing video games all day. Okay, now why do you want to stop playing video games? One answer could be that it takes so much of your time. It affects your dopamine levels, or maybe it just distracts you from working hard because you want to make more money. If that's the case, then why do you want to make more money? Well, maybe you want to make more money to retire your parents. It could be an infinite amount of things, but you must have a true reason to follow your goal. You can't just say, I want to become rich. You just can't say that. Without having a proper goal and a reason for that goal, it becomes extremely difficult to stay motivated and find the discipline to succeed. Another goal, like mine, is getting big and strong. Looking big. The reason why I want to look fit is not only to look good, but when I walk into a room, I want to show everybody that, well, okay, he's the man. Step 2, write down how you feel. Spartans always knew the consequences of not living up to their Spartan philosophy. Spartans who failed to be these disciplined, honorable, hardworking people often faced physical punishment, public shaming, or even were exiled. Unfortunately, many of them did not have a second chance to reflect after what had happened to them and to bounce back and improve. But you do. Now that you have your goal, in the template, I want you to write down how you felt the last time you indulged into your bad habit. Most likely, it made you feel shit. It made you feel depressed, and it will end up making you lose self-belief. And if you can't believe in yourself, then how do you expect other people around you to believe in you to succeed? This is very, very crucial. Step 3, eliminate the triggers. It's time to eliminate the triggers. This is when you do everything you can to get away from all the outside factors that will trigger you into indulging into a bad habit. This could mean deleting forms of social media on your phone like Instagram if you're on a no-fap streak, or maybe deleting all the video games on your PC if you're dedicating 2 hours of your day after work or school to work on your side business. It could be as far as changing the setting that you work in. I was literally typing the script of this video outside in the sun because I couldn't focus on my computer right behind me. The Spartans' whole philosophy was based on discipline. They would always make sure that they were not surrounded by these distractions that would take them off course. Now, if you're someone who's already started practicing good habits, I'm sure you've done this already, where you've deleted the Instagram, the social media, and tried to mitigate all the factors around you that will trigger you. But let's be honest, down the line you probably did re-download something. Maybe it was because your friend sent you a TikTok video and it wouldn't play properly unless you had the app and you never deleted it. Or maybe it was to message someone on Instagram that you don't have the number for, or whatever it was. Chances are you probably did re-download at least something. It's time to get rid of this. It's time to get rid of all the triggers once again. Now on the template, I want you to write down exactly what triggers you may have that are around you and what you're going to do to mitigate them. Maybe it's deleting an app, maybe it's changing your setting, whatever it is. Now, if you have come this far and you have found any value whatsoever, don't hesitate to drop a like, because what happens is that it helps promote this video to other people who are in need of self-development help. After you like the video, leave a comment. Let me know what your goals are and why you want to achieve them. I want to see if your goals differ from mine. I will also be pinning my personal goal as the top comment for you guys to check out. Step 4, practice self-discipline. Despite eliminating all your triggers, it's still very natural to encounter some that are out of your control. That's just the nature that we live in. You could literally be driving on the highway and you see a billboard of a girl in a bikini and it'll turn you on and will make you want to fap or whatever it is. The moment this happens, remind yourself what we had spoken about in the first 2 steps. Remind yourself what your goals are and why. And remind yourself the last time you indulged into this bad habit. Another great trick, and this is a trick that I use a lot, is to completely shift your mind off that thing. I find a lot of good resources on Twitter. So if I'm scrolling on Twitter and if I come across a new video game release, it will trigger me to, oh, okay, I should play that game. But instead of doing that, what I do is I completely shift my mind. I start thinking, I put the phone down, I completely do other things. It's very important to not give in, to not let the triggers take over. And by doing this, you're developing self-discipline. And over time, it gets easier and easier and easier. Not only will you see an improvement in your life, but you'll see an improvement in your discipline. Now, there's some other studies that say maybe doing something physical helps too, such as starting to do push-ups or 20 burpees or whatever it is. I want you guys to experiment and to see what works best for you. Now, if you made it to the end of the video, I promise you that if you practice these steps in time, you will gain the self-discipline that you need. You will develop the great habits and put the bad habits to rest. You'll become just like Leonidas, and you'll be able to achieve every single goal that you have in mind. And if you want more resources, such as more templates, more books, more value that can help your life, that can help you in self-improvement, you can join my free Discord. And in this Discord, we're trying to develop a community where we can all work together as a team and be able to push each other to become better than who we are right now. I've also got links in there for self-development coaching that you can sign up for. You can speak to me or even my editor, and he can help you guys understand what he did with the steps he took to become my editor. Don't forget to subscribe. Remember to be better today than you were yesterday.